Speaking to wealthy donors, Hillary Clinton called tens of millions of Americans deplorable. People like you, and you. Deplorable. You know what's deplorable? Hillary Clinton viciously demonizing hard-working people like you.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message. The disdain that Hillary Clinton expressed toward millions of decent Americans disqualifies her from public service. If Hillary Clinton will not retract her comments in full, I don't see how she can credibly campaign any further.
And speaking of David Duke, former KKK leader, proudly tweeted a meme of the Deplorables, a movie poster with the subtitle, "Anti-racist is a code word for anti-white." Duke himself is there as part of Trump's supporting cast. Trump ally and friend Roger Stone tweeted a similar image, calling himself so proud to be one of the Deplorables. There's Stone all the way on the left. Over on the other side, Stone's friend and fellow conspiracy theorist, Alex Jones, who believes 9/11 was an inside job. We should note this image was tweeted on September 10th. And that cartoon character next to Trump started out several years ago as a random, obscure internet meme known as Pepe the Frog. It has since been at least partially co-opted by white supremacists and neo-Nazis for use in all kinds of racist and anti-Semitic garbage, including this tweet telling political scientist Daniel Nikanyan he's, quote, heading for the oven. That same meme, the one with Roger Stone and Alex Jones, the Nazi frog, was posted to Instagram by Donald Trump Jr., a close advisor to his father's campaign. Joining me now, Trump campaign senior advisor AJ Delgado, who I do not consider in any way deplorable.
Thank you.
All right, can we look at this Mike Pence sound? This is making a lot of news right now. Sure. This is Mike Pence being asked if he thinks David Duke is deplorable. Take a listen.
She said, there are supporters, and you know this, there are some supporters of Donald Trump and Mike Pence who, like David Duke, for example, some other white nationalists, who would fit into that category of deplorables, right?
Well, as I've told you the last time I was on, I'm not really sure why the media keeps dropping David Duke's name. Donald Trump has denounced David Duke repeatedly. We don't want his support, and we don't want the support of people who think like him.
So you call him a deplorable? You would call him
no, I don't. I'm not in the name-calling business, Wolf. You know me better than that. What Hillary Clinton did Friday night was shocking.
Why can't you call David Duke deplorable?
Well, he did one better. He denounced him and said he doesn't want his support. This has been repeatedly said, but I'll tell you why he hesitated to use Hillary's term. It's a media trick, and what Wolf wanted there to happen was this, for him to say, well, Hillary said that Donald Trump supporters are deplorable. Is David Duke not a Donald Trump supporter? Hence, wasn't Hillary Clinton right? It's a trick, and this is why no one likes the media, Chris. It's a trick.
Wait a second, though. But it's not. It's more than a trick, right? Because there's a deep sense in which, look, let's agree, you and I, that the half is wrong, right? She said it's wrong, right?
How generous of you.
Well, look, I think it's, and I think it's probably even these sort of generalizations are probably not super helpful. But there are people. I mean, Alex Jones. This guy believes 9/11 was an inside job. That there were child actors that faked their own death in Newtown. Like, Donald Trump went on his show and said, "You have a good reputation." Like, he is supporting Donald Trump. Like, that's a deplorable person.
In the Hillary Clinton camp,
you cannot find an equivalent to Alex Jones.
And why is it you're only fixating on the half that she called deplorable? And why don't you admit that she insulted all Trump supporters? When she said half are deplorable trash, hang on, and the other half are in a dead end, desperate. Worse, I'm being nice. In a dead end, desperate, jobless existence. That's the other half. So I'm either a bigot or I'm a dead end loser. That's what she said about all Trump supporters.
I'll go to the other half in a second.
She's disqualified herself.
I want to ask you this. I want to go to the other half in a second. Half of Trump supporters view African Americans as more violent than whites.
I'm going to believe that poll. Okay.
Okay, but let's say the polling's wrong. I mean, it is not the Trump campaign's position.
You should mention.
Clinton is 31%.
I've seen it cited. You should mention how they say, oh, well, some Trump supporters don't believe Obama was born here, like Clinton supporters, who are the ones who started the birther controversy.
No, but the polling.
So we can do this all day.
Wait, no,
Chris.
but this is a real question, right? This viewing African Americans.
By the way, you don't admit that the Clinton supporters are the ones that started the controversy?
Also the polling.
This is fact.
No, Andy Martin actually started it. I wrote a piece about this.
Look is fact. But, okay.
Wait
Look up Ben Smith's report.
Andy Martin started the birther thing. Who's a very weird guy. He was a guest on Sean Hannity's show.
Nope.
But here's the thing. this view, I just want to like establish a few things here. Like the view that blacks are more violent than whites, we agree is a racist view.
Absolutely, that's deplorable. We reject that 100%.
Oh, you reject that.
That is why we do not want the support of David Duke.
Wait, you don't want
what language? Can I say it in Spanish? In what language can we say we denounce? We do not want David Duke's support.
But wait a second. But you said that is a deplorable view, right? That's a bad view. That blacks are more violent than whites. 49% of Trump supporters believe that. That's a problem.
I'm going to believe a random poll that we don't know how it was phrased, what was asked of who. Were those really Trump supporters? I'm not going to believe
you don't believe the vote.
poll.
Okay. How about this? Can we talk about the Muslim ban?
Sure.
Okay. So the Muslim ban, right?
Yes.
Again, like, she used the term Islamophobic. Donald Trump today said that's insulting, right? But you would agree, I'm not going to cite a poll, right? A majority of Trump supporters support the Muslim ban. That's part of what got him.
I reject the notion that you call it a Muslim ban. What do you mean by that?
He said we need to ban all Muslims until we can figure out what's going on. Those are his words.
No, the current plan is to limit immigration from nations where there is a terrorism issue or a connection.
Right, but
that was not...
Wait a second, does France count?
There was... Well... We can go into
Israel.
That's a security issue. That's not for you and I. We're not experts to decide what nations we would have to take a closer vetting position on.
He called for a Muslim ban, and when it was the Muslim ban, right? So before it developed, right? When it was the Muslim ban,
not unconstitutional,
he was still getting a majority of support for that view.
And
is that not a bigoted view that all Muslims shouldn't come to the U.S.?
Not necessarily, no. No, when you're saying
that not the definition of Islamophobic?
No, when you are saying no, it depends on the motive behind it. When you're saying it's a temporary pause until we figure out what's happening with terrorism in this country, until we have a better vetting process, a temporary pause, you're saying his motives were bigoted. You're saying his motives are bigoted. That it wasn't a security issue.
Yes, I think that any generalization about a billion people barred from the country...
That's your opinion, though.
Wait,
you can't say that's
Wait a second, let me ask you this. If he had said no...
By the way, I love that you're turning the fact that Hillary Clinton has insulted, 100 million Americans?
It's not 100 million. It's not 100 million.
This has turned into a debate taking it back to November 2015 about the Muslim ban, because you don't want to admit that Hillary Clinton has disqualified herself. She's disqualified herself.
I don't believe that anything
You don't think insulting half the nation should disqualify you from running?
It's not half the nation.
She tweeted this herself,
It's not half the nation.
Chris, 3 weeks ago, she said,
also took
if
back
you can't respect the country, how can you serve the country? She's disqualified.
Donald Trump has called the American people.
She's out.
Let me ask you this. Is there anything... Donald Trump has said she should apologize for this remark, right? Is there anything Donald Trump has said that he should apologize for?
He did express that there are some things he regrets. Yes.
Do we know what those are?
Did he ever insult half the country?
Let me ask you this:
Did he ever insult half the country?
He called the American people stupid. He called the people of Iowa stupid.
Really?
He's insulted Mexicans and Muslims.
He never did.
POWs.
A lie.
All right. It's good to have you in person here, AJ.